not instead of the distributor, it's gonna be, 12.
Sister.
Oh, okay.
So that's.
Okay.
Yeah, I said plug and key.
Well, her mother-in-law
Andy,
was there, her mother-in-law was there when I stopped by.
What's his name? Okay, so do you, I was saying,
Okay.
so Andy
I
had
gotta
yours.
stay.
Huh?
I gotta go.
Oh, okay.
I don't have anything.
Permit,
It's at the county.
hmm?
It's at the county.
Is that the county?
Yep, just waiting for the county issues. Glad you're ready.
Only thing I was gonna ask.
If you need help laying it out, let me know.
I was gonna volunteer to take it up there if you wanted me to, but,
Did you have
It's
any other
online.
updates?
pardon?
Everything's online.
It's all online?
Yeah, the
Okay.
permit's online.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, shows how long I've done it.
You should get it pretty soon. But yeah, states aren't issued.
And that's, I guess Joe just had an update on projects and he got anything new. Joe had an update on projects if he had anything new, so,
Waiting.
okay.
Did you guys approve any of the contracts last time?
The bid. You
No,
haven't done that yet, right?
no. Mm-mm.
Can still stay on there?
Yeah, Ken?
Do you?
He's trying to stay off the clock. He's got his son working there.
If you do not see it, wait about 60 seconds and click refresh, and then you should see it.
Do you want them to approve, go ahead and approve it for the bids and the contracts, or do you wanna wait still? Okay, so I think there's some, it'll be representative.
Yeah, you know when they close, I don't know when they close.
Yeah, okay, yeah, sometime in August is where it was, so, okay, gotta make sure.
Because we
Dave?
should do that.
Terry, how are you?
We haven't.
You still look good in that suit.
I'm still in the seat. Been a long time since you've been on here.
Yeah, about, since what, or 12,
Yeah, 13 years.
I'm going 21 years.
I'm pushing almost 43.
You're what?
So I'm pushing almost 43.
What's Joe
He's Mayo's.
at? Okay.
He was asking how long he'd been on.
Oh, how long Joe been on?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
40
You said
something.
where, I thought you said where Joe's at. I mean,
I
no.
knew he was up there.
Okay, 47 plus.
Cause he was on with Dad.
Thank you.
Yeah, I was here with you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, right below that.
Thank you.
And we had my dad owned a hardware store and we were buying stuff off of him, so we had to make sure we,
Everything was done right.
yeah. I get it fixed.
Wait, coffee?
I get it fixed.
I can smell it.
Yeah.
It's really strong.
Oh, no.
And he had to go through it because something the last time.
See, last time it didn't work.
Well, it did, but it took a while and he fixed something on his end and it worked. So now it should be working.
Okay. Yeah.
Comments turned
You got
off
talking.
and he's just like, I know.
I couldn't even, you couldn't even hear us, hardly.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so.
Nope, never heard of him.
It's been fun.
He's taking care of it. Hope so. No, he is. He is, yeah. Okay.
We're out.
Hey, that's good news.
Now we can have a meeting.
They've got multiple about the parents.
Oh, I'm not surprised about that.
Okay, when you do the bills, this one here, it's just you guys initial.
We got an issue that?
Yeah.
We got something new with it.
Yeah, that's what have to send now.
Where we initial that?
Anywhere, just
Oh,
right
you
under
want the
here.
first page? Okay.
Yeah, just this back page, just put your initial or sign
Okay.
it, however you wanna do it.
Yeah, that's things something like a book.
Back up.
I remember
Did it look good, Rob?
Yes,
Okay.
very good, thank
I
you.
figured it out how to do it.
Save me having to figure out how to do it.
Sideways.
Yeah, yeah.
What's this called?
Appropriation.
Yes.
Mhm.
Okay. Appropriation detail. Tell me when.
5:58. Countdown. Come on. Is it working?
Final countdown. You guys had a lot going on last meeting.
Mm-hmm.
I know, I was reading through the minutes.
Oh, yeah, you were here, were you?
Softball game.
Mhm.
Hot, hot, hot. You get home 11:30 that night. We'll start the second game till 9:17.
Oh,
Carl and Otterman,
This for the little girls? What
10 and
age?
under.
Huh?
10 and under.
I don't miss that.
No, I enjoy it. Just,
I do.
Just the heat.
Yeah,
That-
but
that-
it's
that
like,
week was awful. So no shade as
Yeah.
out there. You got a nice place, but no shade at all. No wind.
yeah.
Usually it's windy out in Benton County, but it wasn't that day. That week.
Okay, July 9th, 2025 meeting.
Okay, any questions or revisions on the minutes?
I make a motion to accept the minutes as presented.
Second,
I'll second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, any questions on the accounts payable?
Make a motion, we accept the accounts payable.
Second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
And this is something new, we haven't signed this before, have we?
Yeah.
Oh, we had last meeting?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I wasn't here last meeting,
Oh,
so,
yeah.
okay, this is a appropriation detail history. So, I need a motion for that.
No,
Just sign
you
it.
just need to
Just
sign
sign
that
it.
you've seen it, yeah.
Miss one meeting, you miss out. Okay, Joey, I got you on here as next on the
Perfect.
agenda.
Oh, you come up to the podium now.
Oh, we have to do.
Oh, yeah. That's
Does it go flat?
This is a,
Here.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's
you'll be
So
okay.
far, is it?
This is weird.
So official.
It is official.
It's,
Is
What's
you
that?
now.
Standing up here.
yeah, that's,
Fancy.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we're on camera now, so
Whoa,
we
yeah.
had to start that in July.
Okay. Gotcha.
You know, state law, but it's one of those mandates with no money. Just pay for it.
Got to.
So, here to discuss about the ballpark.
We got something with the bathroom. I don't know. Joe
Well-
asked me to come. I'm not sure why.
Yeah.
For that matter. Maybe it's a different matter.
Regina can probably,
Bathrooms being dirty.
Yeah. We
Well,
talked
do you
about that
guys
2
have
months
a
ago.
cleaning service or somebody that was coming in to clean them or?
No, we have a board of 13 people. Like normally the concession stand girls. Sorry, there's one sitting there. That's why I put it that way. Like we have 3 of them that work, and they did it last year. And then last year I think we did it in conjunction with the town guy.
I know,
Okay,
I
so-
personally went in several times.
Yeah.
And I took pictures, I'm sure they were probably forwarded to you,
No, never got it.
of the bathrooms.
Yeah.
Of what they look like.
I mean, I've used it
I
before.
mean, yeah, they were really, really bad.
Yeah.
They weren't clean, games were over, everybody's gone, bathrooms were still open.
Mhm.
So that's why, you know.
Yeah, that was, I talked with Joe a lot about that, depending on what days we're actually going up there. Like Rec League uses on Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
Okay.
Travel's Tuesday and Thursday, and the public Saturday and Sunday. So depending on when you went up there and all that, which is fine. I don't have a problem cleaning them every single day of the week if that's what's expected.
Okay, and you said
but
travel was Tuesdays and
Thursdays.
Thursdays?
Mhm.
Okay.
Rain out dates. If there's a rain out date, we could have a rec game on a Thursday. So the schedule's not nailed down in glue, but
Okay.
like.
Yeah, I'd have to check back here.
And it's okay if it was a Wednesday too. That's what I told Joe. We had a lot more teams this year and a lot more outside teams, and it was just hectic. And the first email he sent me, I got with Larry, the baseball director, and even he was like, didn't even think to check them yet. I've just been so busy. So we started checking them then, and then I would go in about once a week and make sure they were whatever, and let them know if it wasn't.
so when the non-rec teams are playing, do they try to maintain them, or what do they do? Do you have any idea what they do?
No, they just asked me for a schedule, when they
Okay.
could fit in the schedule, and I
Okay.
just schedule them. I don't know what
June
else we're
5th
supposed
was
to
a
do.
Thursday.
I'd tell them all to.
Do they use a
Well, the
concession?
Thursday could have been from Wednesday night too. I'm not denying any. I'm not arguing that the bathrooms were dirty. I'm agreeing with the fact they were, and we didn't do very well. It took us a while. Once we were notified, I think we did better at it. But what were you asking?
Well, when
I tell them they
Not-
got to
when
sign a
not- when-
contract, but other than that, I tell them that and I throw them on the schedule. That's
the
it.
non-rec teams,
Yeah.
so do they don't have any bathroom cleaning duties or anything like that? Is concession stand open on the non-rec
I
teams?
I guess I don't worry about. I've never worried about the bathroom with other teams using the fields.
Okay,
That sounds
Which
like
is
you need
okay if
to.
it is. Like I said, when I
Yeah,
asked a
they
lot of
need
questions
to.
when we
It
first started.
sounds like
and
if
it
somebody's
was-
playing, you guys need to make sure they're getting
Right.
clean.
Then that's,
So that's on you,
okay, yeah, I didn't,
not just letting them have the fields.
right, the bathrooms in the pavilion was the town stuff, all the other buildings were ours, is what Joe and I have always talked about. So under my assumption, I just thought on the non-rec days.
Otherwise, we'll have to work out something to have possibly a cleaning service come in too.
Which somebody will have to pay for.
Yeah.
well, you can get him to
So,
do that. No, a couple days a week.
They go, I mean,
Oh, wow.
they have a lot of
I just never knew
other
in the contract or anything, and it was
responsibilities.
100% 7 days a week, our job from the time we signed it to the time it's supposed to be over. And if that is, then
Well,
in my opinion, the 4 travel ball teams signed the same contract, so
Yeah, well, that's what we
Yeah.
need to.
they are not here,
That's what we
just
need to
me.
talk
Yeah.
about tonight is
Yeah.
what. what-
And I
what
am
actually
all
goes
good
on.
with whatever we come up with.
Yeah.
I was kind of thrown for a loop when I found out it was
We
just
just-
100% our responsibility. One of the
Yeah.
things I brought up to Joe was, then let's just leave it locked all day until rec league baseball starts. You know, I mean, we only use it 4 or 5 hours
Well, we
of
gotta
the
keep
day.
it open for the pavilion.
Right, which has nothing to do with the rec league.
No.
So I gotta clean it for the public.
No, I'm just,
That's why I'm saying
that's why I'm
it
saying,
was thrown
that's why
in
we
my
need,
face. I didn't understand it.
that's why we need to have this discussion.
Absolutely, I
And
agree.
So you're bringing up things that I'm sure some of us hadn't thought of, and so,
Maybe,
you know,
mhm.
the things about you just using on, Mondays and Wednesdays
Monday,
basically.
Wednesday, Friday, and then travel
Yeah.
uses it Tuesdays, Thursdays.
So-
Sometimes a 6U practice will happen on Tuesday or Thursday. We have rain out games that rec league might use it on a Thursday. Travel ball uses it on Sunday. We may have a 6U game Saturday. That schedule goes crazy when it's.
But I think that's where we need to iron some things. That's not even, that's nothing to panic about right now by any means.
No, and
We
that's
just
what
need to get
Season
a working
Joe told me that everything was taken care of. Then he emailed me again about it, and I flat out finally was like, we missed it, but like, it was a hectic year with 15 teams and 4 fields.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Like, we'll do better.
No, I think it's just a conversation that need to be started.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Yeah.
You know,
No,
we
I
just need
agree.
to know where you're at.
And I'm good with whatever. I don't
So we-
have an
yeah.
issue with
No,
it. But
no.
We just need to know the bathrooms are clean, so we need to work that out definitely before next season.
Yeah, that's what we're trying to get at, to
Yeah.
get ahead of the
See if
game.
you need to include it in whatever you have them sign, and
yeah, I don't have them sign anything. You
don't
guys
have
do.
them sign anything.
The travel team signs the same contract through the town that we do, not through anything.
And your
through me.
contract doesn't say that you are responsible for
I
cleaning the
haven't really looked
bathrooms.
at the contract, so.
And I agree with Regina because neither have I.
Yeah, okay,
We've
she'll look
just
at the
always signed
contract.
it.
Yeah.
We've just
Yeah.
always signed it. I've not looked at it really either, so it's just
that
as
was
much my
drawn
fault.
up from last.
Yeah,
Well, that's-
yeah, definitely check the contract.
Well, that's a
yeah.
good thing to know. As I say, this is just a starting of a conversation that
Yeah.
we need to have. And nobody's pointing fingers or doing anything like that. We're just talking.
Yeah, I don't think I could get
Yeah.
travel ball teams that are using the fields to clean it, but
We need to-
doesn't mean there can't be a charge for it somewhere in their equipment rental stuff that we charge them or anything like that to
Yeah,
help us
That's
with.
what it is, yeah.
That's
Because
why-
it
There
might
could
be
be a charge
easier to just
somewhere.
have a company come in and deep clean it every 2 weeks if it's gonna cost $50 a week. If that is easier on us as a rec league, that might be just something we do or
Yeah.
however, but
We're just trying to come up with a plan
Yeah.
because we don't want public to go in there, even if you guys are playing
Yeah.
games or people are just using the pavilion and see it kinda trashy.
right, no, absolutely, no.
you
Yeah,
know.
and we have concessions workers, but they're high school kids, and we've gone in there with a wad of stool and wet paper towel thrown up against the wall because it's open to the public and kids
Yeah.
are on their bikes, and I can't expect a high school
Yeah,
senior to clean that, so.
exactly.
Mhm.
But we also aren't, like, we get up there right before the game starts, the concession stands do, or me or the baseball director, whatever, and then our game might be 5:30 to 7:30 with one of our kids, and then there's a game after, and
Yeah.
it may be a weird night that nobody does come back, so then we've gotta do it the next morning. It's,
This is not something new. We've had an issue with years,
Yeah.
over years and years. So we're used to that. We just wanna get an understanding of our responsibility, your responsibility, what you're thinking. And just to like I say, open a line of communication
yeah,
here.
absolutely.
Just keep it going, and I'm sure you'll come up with maybe some ideas, and maybe we'll come up with some
We can
thoughts.
check with other towns what they do.
Right.
Yeah.
So-
And I'll get our
Yep.
contract and have
For
you look
next
at
year.
it.
Yeah, I mean,
Next
we
season.
don't, so the ones, I can tell you with Chalmers, we don't have a key for them, we don't unlock them, we don't lock them up, we don't fix them, we don't clean them, they do everything for the bathrooms. And every single building though too, like, if the dugout's roof blows off, they fix it. Unlike here, we have to fix it, which is not a big deal, it's just how it's different between the two towns and using different whatever, so. But I'm good with whoever.
Okay.
We can continue to do it in conjunction with the town guy, or we can get a cleaning service if that's whatever, and then we can divvy it up. I mean, if it's $50-$60 a week,
Well, we
I have a
really
problem
don't wanna
paying
take,
for it.
we really don't wanna take money out of your pocket if you don't have
Yeah,
to, but
yeah.
Yeah.
we just need to,
Well,
like I
yeah.
say,
We'll
let's
figure it
just,
out.
we
Yeah.
just need to talk and maybe we can come up with some
Get
ideas,
some
and
all of it.
maybe a month or two we can talk again, maybe, and see
Okay.
what,
Yeah, we got fall
Sure.
ball starting up here, so.
see what we got going on, we got fall
Yeah.
ball.
Yeah.
Now, is that part of your league?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yeah, and one of the travel ball teams, and to be honest, I've told them all, but I don't know if any of them actually came in and signed anything, so.
Haven't seen anybody.
I guess that would be another thing.
Yeah,
It's a
we need to have 'em
contract
come
that
in.
you guys need signed, so I don't know, I didn't
we
wanna
have to have. proof of
scream at them,
insurance for
cause it's
that.
not my contract,
Yeah.
it's your guys', so I don't know
Yeah,
how
we
you
have to
wanna
have
deal with
proof of
that.
insurance for those guys to fall.
Right, and me too, I think,
Right.
yeah, so.
Anybody that used the fields will have to have a, come
Yeah.
in and sign, and then insurance.
That's what I tell them, that's what I wondered this year if any of them did or
I
not,
wanna let
but
them know.
I don't.
Okay. Any more questions or anything?
Nope.
Have you guys got anything else?
No, Joe brought up the
So,
concession stand,
I do have a
but we're
question.
working with,
If somebody wants to use the field, do they go, they come to you and ask you about using it, is that how?
normally they call up here,
So
If
go
it's a
through the
team, they'll call up here. The 2 travel ball
think
teams
that's
for,
why
that's
you're-
why
That's
they're
what
here.
I'm here for.
Yeah,
Okay,
so,
okay.
like, the Falcon 43 teams, Benakovich and Turner have used it before, so they already knew. They knew to come up here, they knew to get hold of me, then I put them on the schedule. I think last year you were on the schedule on the Google Drive. I put your long honking email address in there once. I'm not sure if it's still on there now.
I
or
haven't
not.
gotten any emails, so I don't.
It would just be a document you have to go and
Okay.
open. It's not an email. It's just a field schedule on Excel, but on the drive. It's like a Google Doc. But the other 2, it's a Shockwave softball team and a 12U Select softball team. They both got a hold of me. I don't know if they called here first. I know one of them did.
Ashley,
But-
you called yesterday, was it?
Well,
or
this is
something?
for like
Oh,
at the beginning
back?
of summer, like
Okay.
January, March timeframe.
Okay.
Now, I'm just trying to figure out, sounds like we got a lot of moving parts here. And
Well, a couple.
we need to try to make sure that whoever's using it before they get a chance to use it comes up and signs their paperwork, and make
Mhm.
sure they show proof of insurance, so we're covered.
Do they have to do that if they contact me to do a birthday party at the pavilion too? Or is this just for a team?
That's
I
fine.
guess.
It's for teams.
Just a team.
It's more for like an injury thing.
Yeah.
Right.
As of right now, birthday parties, anybody can use,
Right,
you know,
yeah.
yeah, we don't.
Yeah, cause
Mark
there was a
them or
couple of
save 'em
those
or-
that I think you or Linda called me about that I put on the schedule just to have them,
Yeah.
but.
Right.
Yeah, it's more like Terry said, injuries, or if people, are out there and somebody's car gets hit or something happens, then.
Yeah, we've had that happen a couple times.
Yeah.
Yeah, so some of them, they would come to me, I think when they call here, they give them my information, whenever, I think it was right when I got on with, when Travis was leading it, basically, it turned into him running the schedule and would deal with that stuff, like, you guys would throw everything to him to put on the schedule. So,
Okay.
but if I need to tell everybody to call up here first to give them instructions that they have to come in and sign, I'll do that from now on, or if they call here first, you can tell them
Right.
for that.
Yeah, if they call, well, I know Ashley's here for, cause you had travel or wanting to use it.
We're not a team yet. I wanted to talk to you about what I need to do if we start a team, which
Okay.
you
And
kind
which-
of talked about a little bit.
Yeah,
So we thought it was good for you to come, cause you were supposed to be here, so you guys can cause we don't know really your schedule.
Yeah,
And so to get with Joey on that, but then also we would need insurance.
Even if it's not a team.
We're not a team yet. We don't know
they're
if we
having
have.
they're having a preliminary tryout to see if they can get enough kids to form a team next spring.
So we're not a team. We're not
Oh.
registered. We're nothing as of yet.
It'd be like a family picnic.
If we
Yeah.
can get enough interest and we become a team, that would start next year. And then I wanted to talk to you about what I need to do if we do develop a team.
But you're not playing competitive against other schools.
No,
right? Like-
it's
Right now we're
it's
just
a,
try out interest. Do we have kids that will even show up that want to even entertain the idea?
Okay. So Rebecca, what do you think on, would they wouldn't really need
I don't think so for
insurance
that
since they're not
purpose,
actually
no.
a team?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not, that they're not inviting the public and they're not doing, I think just for.
It's just
they're
like a call
trying
out, tryout, yeah.
I think they're
cause they've got, Joey's already told them everything they would need as a,
team.
if they would be a team.
Yeah.
which they have all winter to work on, but they're doing an exploratory tryout.
Right.
And I think our insurance would probably cover the tryout anyways. Since half of it'll be Frontier people, but, or
Okay.
most of the kids trying out from coaches, but we don't have to give names for insurance, just numbers, so. Just, blanket policy,
Okay.
so.
Appreciate you coming in.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, I'll think, and we'll have a board meeting soon, and then I'll talk to
Okay.
them and come back and see what we can
that's
Yeah.
that's the
kind of
first
throw
step.
around.
Check with some.
Get communication going.
Yep. Cool, thank you.
All right, thank you.
Yep.
You need to come up and
Okay.
talk up at the.
No, I mean, I think you answered all my questions. Yeah, so we're just hosting a tryout. Joey recorded, or he put us on the field schedule for Monday. So I assume we'll have a team. I'm pretty sure we have enough kids that are interested. And then at that point, once we get insurance, we already have a quote started. So once we officially make that, do I need to come to another board meeting or just drop it off?
Drop it off.
Just
Just drop it off and
yeah.
sign a contract. Okay, and then the only other thing before we're Frontier, we're gonna make another Frontier Falcon 43 team. It's just a younger division, so they're almost all Brookston kids. So I just wanted to make sure that I was able to tell them we'll likely be able to practice on the Brookston fields. I just wanted to make sure I didn't need to do anything else for that. Okay, yeah, and Joey obviously is already aware of what I'm
Yeah.
up to, so.
Okay.
All right.
No, that's all I needed, thank you.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. See ya.
Okay. Regina, discuss next year's fireworks.
So, Joe sent an email out about the fireworks for next year and wanted to know if you want to approve to go ahead and pay it. And what we would do is we would borrow it out of the electric, and then once we get our budget next year, I would write it out of our budget to pay back the electric. Cause we have like a promotional fund is where we budget it out of. Well, with the tariffs and all that, I guess they were afraid, with the pricing, so it might be good to go ahead and pay it now for next year.
It's gonna be the same price as this year, right? Or close?
It looked like it might,
12.5.
yeah,
Yeah.
Might
about
be at
500, I
500 more,
think.
500 more, okay.
Yeah.
I think it was 12,000.
Yeah, yeah, and then it went up 5. So, that was what I needed to bring up and see if that's, would be okay to do. If you guys want to approve it, someone can make the
No,
motion to approve.
I make, go ahead, you guys make
I'll make the motion to approve the
I forget
12,500 to go ahead and pay it for fireworks next year, for next
Okay.
year.
Okay.
I'll second the motion.
all in favor?
Aye.
Oh, that's good. And they did a nice job again.
Yeah.
I don't think there was too many incidents, were there, Troy? I see you.
But nothing major.
I saw you had somebody stopped in an alley. So.
Yeah, a couple.
Afterwards.
Couple different things. happened,
Afterwards.
but busy night.
After party.
Yeah. There was a lot of them being shot off. I thought fairly close to where the people were sitting, not from our fireworks guys, but behind us there by the well building.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean they were bangers. They went way up but anyway, I think a good time was had by all. So, I'm gonna go ahead and get you in here, Sarah, since you're here and Ken's not here today. So,
So I was just gonna let you guys know, so basically we got the state approval, right?
right.
And then county's coming by the end of the week, probably.
Yeah, he said it's been submitted, or he submitted it online, so.
Okay, so in this like delay that we've had because of the permitting and all of that it's taken so long to get everything in line, to get all that going, the contractor did take another job, so we're now not gonna be starting till August.
Okay.
So we're on a little bit of a delay here, but Terry, you had asked me about staking it out. I think the stakeout, because that's gonna be closer to the actual build, we'll ask for that closer to the actual timeline when we get the information from the contractor. But here in the next couple weeks, we're going to go out there and just use paint and kind of paint out what it looks like on the diagram, kind of paint out like where the cornhole boards would be, just kind of get a visual of where it would be. So I didn't want somebody to walk out there and be like, hey, somebody's spray painting the yard, it's us. I mean, I can text you, Terry, and let you know when we're gonna do it, but if it doesn't happen to fall around a board meeting. But we're just gonna get some of the contractors out there, get them lined up. We're trying to get, everybody finalized to be able to, now that we have true, dates in line, to get everybody coordinated. So we'll be out there kind of working in that area, but there'll just be some spray paint we can paint over it.
That'd be great.
Mow over it, so.
Yeah.
Is there anything else that you guys specifically?
I don't think Ken will need to be there for what you're gonna do at all.
I don't think so either. I mean, we've got the diagram, so we're just gonna spray paint on the ground.
Just to make sure when we do actually break the ground that we have the setback we need and all that kind of stuff, so.
Yeah, and that'll all, when that time frame comes, I believe it's Ken that'll go out, isn't it Ken that will go out there and actually stake it out to make sure we're exact. I thought when we spray paint it, I will just take a picture of what we've done and then make sure when it's staked out that we, 100% we're correct, but that'll give us at least a ballpark.
No,
It'll help get the concrete quote, and for everybody that's gonna be volunteering, it'll just make it go a lot smoother when the time comes.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Does that work?
Yeah, I think it's.
Everybody good?
I think it's a good plan.
Perfect.
So.
Alright, do you have any other questions for me or anything?
No, not
we're
at this
good?
time, no.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Thank you for what you're doing.
I'm just here listening.
Okay.
I have a question, just basically about the water. What's going on with the water?
Just on her side over there, the rest of the water.
This is all news for us too.
Rusty water, you wanna tell Emmett where
I
you?
think it's more than rust. We've talked, but
Yeah.
I was gonna say, there's been the rust is an issue, and so we've done a little more flushing over there in her area, Second and Wood. Each time I flush, there has been quite a bit. That's one thing I've been trying to look into, see if there's anything as far as the way the mains are routed as to why it's collecting more there. But we did pull a sample from your house and did testing that we do for usually the plant and the rock coming in. We tested the chlorine, the iron, the manganese. All those came well within the limits. They were on the lower end of the limits. For iron and manganese, especially chlorine was correct level. And then, as I spoke with you this month, one of our back T samples that we have to do twice every month, we'll be grabbing one from your house to send that in, just kind of cover all the bases. But as far as the testing we do, everything was well within range.
Can I see those tests?
Yes.
Okay. What else can we do to try to get the rest out
Has
of the
anything
lines?
changed in that area that would just start showing up?
No, I mean, we had a small leak on the dead end portion north of First Street, but that was just a pinhole leak. We got that fixed quite a while ago, but otherwise we haven't had any change in the area up there. But part of the water project is to help alleviate a lot of that issue, because like with the filters at the plant, they're currently at the end of life or beyond, because they are 18 years old, the filter media. So that's part of the project that we're doing, is theirs are getting completely gutted, all new put in. And then also we'll be injecting orthophosphate, which helps sequester the iron. We'll also be putting a lining on all the mains.
Do you know when they're doing that?
That'll be the end of this year when we're starting that. So I think we're looking at what, next
We just got
September,
the grants
October
and,
timeline.
bid the jobs, so, yeah, let's get closer.
I don't know how much you guys in social media is, what social media is, but I thought it was just me, but I see it at least weekly. Somebody else is complaining about their water. I mean, it's an issue.
But we,
It's just it's brown, is what you say?
It's like mine is scaly, like it leaves, there's a film on it. I mean, I even use filtered water, like I have a pitcher in my fridge.
Yeah.
I filter it through there, and like my dog bowl, it leaves a film on her. It's in the bathtub, the shower.
Is
I
it
mean,
more like a line buildup or is it something else?
I mean, it looks like rust.
Looks like rust?
no, I mean in some spots, but some it's just like it's a clear film. I don't know how to explain.
What, do you have a softener in the house?
Mm-mm.
Does the toilets get limed up or?
A little bit, yeah.
They get rusty?
I gotta tell you, I got a water softener and I still see a little bit of the rusty water and a little bit of the lime.
I do too.
Mm-hmm.
So, I
And my
mean,
dog's bowl, like you're saying.
Emmett's trying to mitigate as much of it as he can until we get the system done, but until we get the water treatment plant redone,
Upgraded.
there's not a whole lot we can really do. But once the upgrade goes in, like Don said, we'll get filters, we'll get media, hopefully we can eliminate that problem
Okay.
town-wide.
And there's no reason why we shouldn't. Be
Is she
able
on a
to
dead end
accomplish
line? Is she on, are you on a dead end line or do you know?
I don't know. Somebody
No,
else has that.
hers
I'm
is
not
not.
sure.
Dead end line.
It's looped, okay.
And my
Yeah.
neighbors across, like I'm on Wood Street is my address. My neighbors across the street don't seem to have an issue. My neighbors on the same side of the road as me seem to have the issue. So I don't know anything about the water lines and where they run or anything, but I know my neighbors in this corner, it's a problem. People across the street are like, our water's perfectly fine. So,
Yeah, that sounds interesting.
Yeah, because that's the thing. When I went to flush it, because that's the other thing. We've been flushing twice a year because for the longest time we only did it once a year. But when we started getting more of the complaints of the discolored, we've been doing it twice a year, and that's why when I went and flushed it a couple times, I was surprised at how much there was, because we flush them until they go clear and then some
yeah.
to make sure the mains get flushed out. But part of it is because of the filters, being as old as they aren't pulling as much out as what they used to.
Well, and I don't know how long you've been with the town. I've been in that house since 2016. It was not an issue till probably the past 2 years. I had 0 problems with my water, so I don't know if that's the aging, you know, I don't know all the technicalities, but.
About 2 years ago is when the filters really started to show their age, and that's when we started looking into, you know, getting the project done to do that, because that was when we started to see the uptick in the iron getting out into the system.
Yeah, we got a grant, we did get a grant for it, so sometimes that takes a little bit of time to get all that done too, so.
Yeah.
Sorry we didn't get it done sooner.
Oh, I just kinda, I've talked with him a little bit, but I feel like I don't really get, not anything against Emmett, I just feel like I get different answers all the time, so. That's
Okay, well,
You
we're
probably
aware.
see my notes on my bill all the time. Yeah.
And then to get them first, and then I wrote see them.
So,
Well, thank
okay.
you for coming.
Thanks.
Mhm. Terry, you got anything?
Absolutely.
Oh, here we go. Regina's gonna put you on the clock now.
That's all right. Terry Larange. IMPA is, we've got a little over a collection, so there's gonna be some money coming back here in the third quarter. So I'm just bringing that forward so that, because we'll be seeing the decrease in the rate. It's not large, but we'll see some, and my thought was that with the summer coming and the overload we have with the heat, we'll see how that works out. And then you take it out of the electric fund.
I know, right? Well, that's what you get when you get us all this money.
Okay. Okay. No, that's really all I had, was that'll be coming forth. By next meeting, I should know about what that's going to be.
Okay.
I'm talking with him now and trying to figure out where that's going to end up. So.
Well, it's better than going the other way.
It is.
They're getting money.
It is for right now. For right now.
For right now.
26 is looming.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
That's it? Wow.
That was it.
Okay, Emmett, you got anything?
Yeah, a couple things. See, on sewer, everything's been running good. Really haven't had any issues down there. So that's kind of been just plugging away. The water plant, we did have one of the chlorine pumps go out. Not major. It's one that we've actually had for quite a while, and we've rebuilt a couple times, but it's just time to get new. So we did that. And a small chlorine feed line leak, but other than that, the plant itself, no issues. On electric, we had 2 separate outages, one of which was on the 26th and 27th of June. They happened both about the middle of the night. It was a few houses there on First Street and a few on Railroad. Troy was one of them. It appeared to just be a fuse blown that Thursday night. Got that thrown back in, and then it's probably not even 30 minutes later it blew back out. So ended up having to replace the transformer, got the new one up, went about 24 hours, and about Friday night, middle of the night, went out again. So we ended up upsizing transformer. We think that it was overloaded, and with Rossi going in the house had been empty there by Family Dollar. I don't think they were there last summer, so with this summer, and that was also the week that we had the extreme heat, that with the extra load of the ACs that he had, plus all the others that were already on there, that it was just enough to push that over the edge. And since then we haven't had an issue. And then we had another one on the 5th.
Can we keep that transformer that you replaced?
Yeah.
Okay.
They'll probably have to do a test on the oil just to make sure that when it blew the fuse, it didn't do anything.
It was a new transformer you put up, right?
Yes, and then it still blew the fuse out. So.
Okay.
But yeah, no, that should be one that we should be able to keep. And then we had another outage on the 5th. It was out there on the feed that feeds about the 5 houses there on 18. Bird got into the fuse, so that was a simple fix. And then really all the other thing we got is week of the 4th. We've been having issues with both the John Deere and Grasshopper mower. We got them both back going. We're able to get all the mowing done. Cole was also gone that week, so we were filling in, but we were able to get everything done. But at the end of the week, John Deere, it started running rough, and then it completely quit on us. We couldn't get it restarted, so I got a hold of John Deere. They're coming to pick that up tomorrow, take a look at it, but it also has recall work that they'd gotten a hold of me for, so I was going in for that too. And then Grasshopper, we had made work through the week, and the beginning of this week, we had it working Monday, and then Tuesday, it went down, and we can't get it to start again. So, got a hold of Lowry's, they're going to get that, but because of all that going down, and the possibility is, on that, and how we currently are down to just the big mower behind the loader tractor, which we're limited on where we can use that. We can really only use that ballpark, walking park, and wastewater because of the size. Monday I went ahead and got a new one ordered just because if we get stuck without any mowers, we're kind of SOL.
Can you work out a deal with Lowry to just borrow one or rent one or something like that?
Well, they're supposed to be, when I ordered it, typically they say week to week and a half at most turnaround on a new one.
Okay.
I gave them a call, I think it was yesterday, to get an update if they had heard anything about the new one. They said they usually don't get an update till it's coming or there, but like I said, I'm going to call them back and see about that since they weren't sure on when that one was coming in. And then I had somebody who was interested in the part-time position to help, doing weed control, especially on the curbs. Met with him today. He's interested, so he's going to come in Friday, fill out the paperwork, and have him start on Monday.
Good.
So we're going to start getting ahead and all that. I'm going to have him do all the curbs.
Spraying all the curbs. And
knock them down, spray them, even the backside where they're really bad. And then that way we can get to that point. We'll have to maintain them a little until we get closer to usually the end of August, beginning of September is when paint them. Because I try to do that closer to the festival. So.
And he's 18.
Yeah. Yeah, he's actually around my age. He's around 30, 31, I think he's around my age.
And then he'll do the park areas too, and the mulch and stuff, spray all
the
weeds.
Yeah, he will help. Yep. I'm gonna say him.
So that'd be his full-time job, spraying weeds, pulling weeds.
Yes.
Yep.
Painting.
And
painting, yes.
And as of right now, Cole's also been helping out here and there too. Once he gets his mowing done for the week, usually I have him help out with the weeding and things like that. So between the two, we'll definitely be able to keep on top of all that. And then the only other thing is on the brush pickup, I'm thinking about going back to the way we used to do it. We used to do it more on a daily basis. As the way it was when I first started here.
Really?
Yeah, we did it more. It wasn't necessarily every day, just more on a daily. As if there's enough out there, we'll make a round. But if there's half a dozen piles or something, we'll probably wait a day or two. But just that way, one, it helps keep things looking nicer. But two, then we'll have less time spent on it. Won't wear us out as much, and just it also helped cut down on some of the bigger piles that we have to use the Bobcat for, because there are times that some of the piles are ones that people add on to in between the times we pick it up, and if we're doing a little more consistent going around, we'll be able to keep on top of that a little better.
Sounds good.
Okay.
That it?
Yep.
Thank you, sir. Troy?
Well, the fireworks went off fairly easily. Had a few incidences that were manageable. Somebody was trying to get run over by a car, and pedestrians getting hit and complaining about fireworks, and unwanted guests, and medical calls. We had a variety of calls that night. Yeah, so it was busy. But overall, I mean, manageable. So, didn't have much else going on that way.
And you had two guys helping you?
Yes, I did. And they were great.
Were they?
It was great.
They bring their own car, or what?
They did. They used they were in one car, but it was a sheriff vehicle.
Okay.
Yeah, and we had the capability of giving them the EMA had a side-by-side for us that has the red and blue lights on, but it was very hot that night, so they elected to stay in their vehicles. But yeah, they handled several calls for us, so I appreciate that. I have a note here. My vehicle was brought back into to Monon Ford 2 weeks in a row. First week they didn't handle all the problems that I had with it. Well, the second week it was the spark plugs and the coil packs. So I had to replace all that. So the first bill, I don't know if you've probably seen it, was $920, $980, something like that. The second bill, I don't know if you've seen that one yet. That's $1,200. So before I even had him do it, I was on the phone with Joe. It's like, well, we got to get it done.
Oh yeah.
So I just wanted you to know, I talked to Joe before we went ahead and did that, but yeah, it was expensive, but it's running good. It's running really well now.
Good.
Yeah. Not no way. Brennan Fessler started. I started training him on Thursday. I still need to train him on several different things, mostly in-house type stuff. But he was with me on Saturday. I did real well. He went with the training yesterday. He was with us, so I think he's going to work out really nice. He's a nice kid.
Good.
Good.
Yeah.
That's good. Now is he going to be just part-time or?
He is part-time. He works. He's on factory shutdown now. He works down at Subaru. Not exactly Subaru, but the accessory plant next door. So they're on shutdown. So he's able to work a little bit more, at least until they go back to work. I'm not sure when that is yet. I also have vacation scheduled for July 19th to the 27th.
Okay. Sounds good.
It's going well. I'm starting to get the.
Oh yeah.
I'm always constantly doing the grass and stuff, but the ones that have not finished, not done the warnings, I'm going to start doing citations starting Friday.
Did you see that box got picked up?
I did. You'd think they would have cleaned.
They were there at like 6 a.m. one morning, like last week.
I was like thinking to myself, I was like, when are they going to get this? I mean, they told me, but they got it.
And did we mow at R&M? It looked like it'd been mowed a little bit.
The state mowed it.
The state.
When they were mowing ditches, they did that front street.
I was like, oh my gosh.
Like they should have. Could have.
So where are we at on that?
Okay.
Well, there's no contact with that owner whatsoever.
So we just mow it, put a lean
It's
on
either
it?
we mow it and lean on it, or we wait till it's so heavy it just falls over on itself.
Well, it's got to be done before
Yeah,
that.
I agree. I agree.
Also, we hadn't talked about the liquor store building for a long time, I don't think, have we?
Yeah, that still looks bad. They mow it.
I mean, it's just not.
Yeah, I'll get on that.
We've had it now for what, 4 or 5 years at least.
Oh yeah,
Been
at
a
least
while.
5 years.
Yeah, and at first he was talking about insurance battle he was having and all that kind of stuff, and just like
he was gonna turn it into something else. And never.
So it's been no communication out of him, and
Can you look back and see when we sent those letters to him?
Yeah.
certified letters, didn't we?
Mm-hmm.
So we got to do something.
Just so we can talk about it next meeting too.
Yeah, maybe we need to send them another certified letter.
Condemn it, we could just condemn it, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause he can
That'd be a Rebecca question.
Yeah, I mean.
We have a thing where Max, one of Max's many hats
Yes.
was he was a
Right, code enforcement guy.
code
that's
enforcement
right.
structural
I mean, it
guy,
depends
whatever.
on if the structure has to be the point where it's dangerous or hazardous, or, in order to condemn it. If it's just not sightly, that's a more challenge.
Well,
You can ask them to clean it up. I mean,
they haven't done much to it since the cars ran
Right,
through it, so
right.
I mean, you just got some plywood up
right.
there.
So, not that we can't do like ask them to what they're gonna do with it, what the plan is, what they're try to get that moving along, but there's a fine line between deciding whether you can condemn it or remove it. That requires a higher level of dilapidation than what it probably is at right now.
Well,
But
Is there a certain person or agency I could contact that would help us with evaluating
whether it
structural?
is or not, yeah, I mean,
But Ken did for the
yeah,
house.
right, so Ken could. I mean, that would be who I'd have to look and see what he thinks about it and, you know, what you can limitedly see from,
Right.
you know, the
it's
outside.
just
of
an
it.
ugly sight coming into town.
Yeah.
So do you think we should send the owner a letter too?
Well, like I said, you can send a letter to clean it up and to do something in
Right.
that sense,
Yeah.
that's a different level, right, that's not a
Yeah.
problem, so.
That's for,
that-
do that for mowing, we can't do it for condemnation on that.
Right,
Yeah,
right, no, I
well,
just meant we
yeah, we need to
could
know.
let him know we'd like to see something done with
Done.
it and find out if he has plans or,
Yep.
you know, what we could do with him.
That you can do.
Okay.
Okay.
Fire department, Cindy, anything? Sorry to keep you waiting all this time, I don't, I missed it on the list here.
You're good.
So, that's good to hear. Did a nice job on the parade,
Thank you.
everything. I just noticed that they had a bunch of Jeeps in there this year.
Yeah, this is the third year the Jeep group has
Is it?
joined us, yep.
I guess I missed it last year, but yeah, there was nice looking Jeeps in there. Okay, well, if there's nothing else,
So, we have not approved the contracts for the water plant yet. We got the bids, but we didn't vote and approve those
Okay.
contracts. I mean, I think we only got one for each part, right, if I remember right. So if that's,
I don't know how,
we would want, it's just a vote for you
We
to
only
approve the
got
different ones.
one company bid for both parts of it.
Right, and that was, without pulling them out on us, and we can do it at the next meeting, we need to get that done before the bonds
well,
start going, so,
if we're good with it, can we just go, do you wanna go with it now?
you can, I mean.
I don't know the
Unless
name
Ken
of the
has
company.
something.
Yeah, you'd wanna, no, Ken said it was fine, he was
fine
we
with
don't
it?
need to, there's nothing else that we need to do.
Emmett, you're fine with everything?
And if I remember right, it was Artesian and Pioneer was for the plant. They were the only ones bid on the plant, and then we had two on the distribution side.
Right,
F&K and DeShield.
right, so you can decide.
DeShield, I know they were the cheaper of the two. They came in lower than
Yeah.
F&K.
So, yeah, so you'd have to vote to which of those
Yeah,
that you want to
Shield
pick.
and Artesian.
Well, if we can get Ken here next meeting, probably better wait for him to get it clarified for sure.
Okay, yep.
Or make
All the
a
parts
make a
are-
motion to spend all this money then.
Yeah, and that's fine, I just wanna bring it up so
Yeah.
we don't forget about it, since we didn't prove it
Put that on the agenda for
for next meeting.
next meeting.
That's all I had.
Anything else? Open for adjournment. Motion for adjournment?
Motion for adjournment.
Second?
Second.
Adjourn. Thanks, everybody.
Cindy, I got a magazine. Magazine's yours.
Sarah, you need to look at that permit or anything?
Yeah.
I didn't get the final copy.
Right there. Just I don't want you guys to think I'm complaining about that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got it. I saved it on my
This is
computer.
how bad my water
Oh,
is
okay,
sometimes.
yeah, that's perfect.